Episode 9 of Landman continues with an all-encompassing look at the Norris family, continuing the storyline established by last week's shocking conclusion and setting the stage for both the season finale and its aftermath. The Landman cast provided some of their most remarkable performances to date, and each storyline established crucial groundwork for the series finale. On the other hand, the ultimate episode was weaker than the others because it didn't have the same level of emphasis. Although this diminished some aspects, it simultaneously heightened excitement for the curtain call next week. The National Guard inadvertently cartel Monty and Tommy detonated a bomb in a van carrying cartel members in Landman Episode 8, which they promptly informed Tommy about in Episode 9. As the protagonist plots his meeting with the cartel, other issues quickly divert his attention. Among these events is his visit to the hospital, where he receives an offer to serve as VP of Operations for Monty. The promotion highlights Monty and Tommy's profound bond and comes at a time when he is grappling with his mortality following his 5th heart attack. But there's more to their last chat than meets the eye. The oil billionaire wants to elevate Rebecca to the position of VP of Exploration and has asked Tommy to pair her with Nathan for training following the lawyer accusations that Cooper had orchestrated Elvio's murder in order for him to meet Ariana. This development occurred. The question may not be causing any major issues at the moment, but it could make Tommy wary about lending her a hand down the road. The retirement home's visit to a strip club involves Ansley, who convinces Ryder to perform as a male entertainer. Meanwhile, he is still dealing with some family issues. The consequential storylines that Tommy and Cooper are going through don't seem to warrant the more divisive scenes that would inevitably follow in Landman. As a result of this, even while they help bring Alila to Amley and Angela into the tale and give them agency, the strip club and dinner issue aren't really necessary, particularly in the second-to-last episode. Cooper and Ariana's romance is taking a fresh turn while Tommy handles the resolution of significant disputes. The recurring theme of people cutting them off while they're kissing continues in Episode 9, and the widow is certain it's God's way of warning them they shouldn't be together. When a salesman unexpectedly knocks on her door, it causes a comical scenario. This leads to her and Cooper sharing a bed for the first time. The tender moment doesn't last long, but it does convey their decision to begin a new life together with the settlement funds in hand. Cooper envisions a future for himself as the owner of an oil company where he will gain experience and knowledge through the acquisition of land leases. It appears that he has already paid off Ariana's debts and covered her child's college expenses before ever considering launching his firm. Though it is unknown how much of the money is going toward his goals by the episode's conclusion, he has already begun negotiations to develop someone else's land, the first step toward establishing his own oil empire. Although it seems like a new storyline is starting, which may be explored deeper in a future Landman Season 2, it's also the most obvious next step for the relationship. Using the money to construct a future for themselves seems like the next natural step, given that Cooper can follow his aspirations while taking care of Ariana. Their shared resolve and love more than make up for any concerns that may arise from their hasty romance. Yet it doesn't promise that everything will be perfect from the ending scene. However, Tommy experiences the episode's most memorable moments towards the end. The first is when Monty's wife, the underappreciated Cammy, contacts him with what seems like bad news. Tommy watches in awe as his neighbor shoots and kills a wolf in his backyard at the very end of the show. This seems to be a metaphor for what may have transpired during that phone call. It may represent Monty's death and the restricted mobility Tommy would experience as he attempts to reconstruct his life. Despite some weaker or less essential stories, Landman Episode 9 provided a solid bridge to the season finale. The cartel conflict, the Norris family drama, and Monty's eventual fate are all coming together at the same time, which might lead to a dramatic season finale. Next week's last episode will be set up brilliantly by the penultimate events, which increased anticipation for what follows next.